Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Huskers in Enemy Territory. Today, I was going to do a final mock draft for the Minnesota Vikings and also do my honest opinion on where some of these players might be ended up. I already ran a simulation for the team, and the first pick was, of course, Trevor Lawrence. Overall, he was probably the best quarterback in all of college football last year. Maybe second closest was, in my opinion, Justin Fields, but the first pick will be Trevor Lawrence. I have no doubt about it. Um, the second pick is where I'm kind of having a lot of trouble with. Everyone is saying that Zach Wilson will be the second overall pick. He has a lot of traits that you will see in a quarterback, but the one game that I kind of go back to was when he played against Coastal Carolina. He just didn't really look very good, and the competition of Coastal Carolina, I know they went undefeated last year, but it's kind of one of those things where you question whether or not he'll be able to transition into the NFL. And I'm kind of wondering if the New York Jets will end up picking Justin Fields instead, uh, especially with the intangibles that Justin Fields has. He played in the Big Ten. Had a lot more success against a lot of those bigger teams. Uh, Proved it against Clemson last year in the semi playoff or whatever um, playoff game. So I would say that I think the Jets will actually pick Zach Wilson, and if that's the case, um, the 49ers will probably pick Zach Wilson, or they might even go off the wall and go maybe Mac Jones, which would be a reach, I think, but it's hard to say. So the third pick will probably either be, it's going to be between those two. It's probably going to be Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. So no uh, switching there. So for this simulation, they had Patrick Surtain going to the Falcons, but I doubt that really happens. I would either see another quarterback getting picked, depending on how they feel about Matt Ryan down there in Atlanta, or they're going to go, let's see, they're going to pick Kyle Pitts out of Florida. I think he is probably overall the best offensive player in the draft in terms of uh, sorry about that. I need to adjust. In terms of ability on the field, um, and it could be Jamar Chase, but I think if they don't go quarterback, they'll probably pick. Um, uh, Come on now, they'll probably pick Kyle Pitts. So the fifth pick. Now I would honestly go Penny Sewell. You could see the Bengals picking a offensive weapon, but being that Joe Burrow ended up getting hurt last year, I think they really need to shore up the offensive line. And I know that they picked up the guy out of Minnesota last year. I can't remember his name for some reason. Um, Gosh darn it, the offensive tackle out of Iowa. Well, whatever. Um, that's beside the point. Um, I think that Penny Sewell was a generational talent. Um, he he proved it on the field. He hasn't given up a sack his whole time when he was in the college football, and just the way he plays the game of football, it's just nasty, and he's gonna be he's definitely gonna be picked the first offensive tackle off the board. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to run the simulation again because stupid thing wouldn't work for me. Let's see here. So right now they have Devontae Smith going to the Miami Dolphins. What's kind of concerning about Devontae Smith is he ended up coming in at 166 pounds at 6 foot. So you have to wonder if the Dolphins have the chance to pick a wide receiver. They're probably going to go Jamar Chase. He has a lot more beef on him. He was basically the best wide receiver on the national championship game, and that's saying something considering that Justin Jefferson was on that same team. Number 7 comes Jalen Waddle to the Lions. You could possibly see Trey Lance being picked here just to be kind of an understudy to Jared Goff up there. But if they do go offensive weapon, Jalen Waddle would be a great pick there. For the Panthers, they have Jamar Chase, but since Jamar Chase is probably going to go to the Dolphins, maybe they do pick Devontae Smith, or they could go the route of Kyle Pitts if, let's see, if the Atlanta Falcons don't pick him up. I really feel like the Broncos will possibly pick up an offensive weapon, or they could go quarterback with maybe Mac Jones. It's hard to say. Number 10, the Cowboys are picking Micah Parsons. That's kind of hard to see. I could see more of unless they really want to replace the guy. I can't think of his name for some reason. He's been hurt a lot. A white boy. Dang it, why can't I think of his name? Well, anyway, it could be a possibility, but they could also pick offensive line. They do say that their needs are edge, corner, safety, and tight end. So possibility could be Patrick Surtain as well at the number 10 pick. Number 11, they have Rashawn Slater. I could see that happening, but at the same time, I could see them trying to go after one of the offensive weapons. I'll just pick for the Vikings. I picked Christian Darrisaw for the Minnesota Vikings. So it kind of helps shore up that offensive line for the Minnesota Vikings. The Patriots go Caleb Farley because of all the players that went off the board already. He's a cornerback out of Virginia Tech. They say that he could possibly be the best cornerback in the class. I didn't get to really watch a lot of him play, a lot of his tape or whatever. The Arizona Cardinals go with Jeremiah Onsua Kamara, linebacker out of Notre Dame. He was a stud at Notre Dame. And then, of course, the Raiders go off the wall pick with Greg Newsome the second out of Northwestern. Who the heck is that guy? I have no idea. Honestly, I would just be spitballing if I had anything on him. But to be honest, this totally makes sense because the Raiders always do this kind of shit, So honestly, it would be pretty funny to see them pick up Greg Newsome the second out of Northwestern. They have the Dolphins with their second pick going to Azeez Ujulari, defensive end out of Georgia. There's a lot of good stuff being talked about him. I didn't get to really watch a lot of his tape, but he was a real good guy for the Georgia Bulldogs. So the 19th pick ended up being Mac Jones for the Washington football team. So since all those players were picked, he kind of just fell into their lap. You have to wonder if the Washington football team ends up picking like a serviceable quarterback, but they could possibly roll with Heineke. On the 20th pick, Rashad Bateman to the Chicago Bears, which would be kind of crazy, especially to a lot of the Gopher fans out there, being that he's one of their favorite teams for the Vikings. A lot of Vikings fans are Gopher fans, so that would kind of hurt those guys. For the 21st pick, Jason Owe out of Penn State. Did I freaking skip the Chargers pick? My buddy will be pissed if I did that. Oh no, I didn't. Wait, yeah, I did. Damn it, I did. Sorry, buddy. So the Chargers pick Christian Barmore, defensive tackle out of Alabama. I can't believe I did that. He was wanting me to do this video pretty much for him, and I completely forgot to even talk about that the damn Chargers. Basically, he's one of the best defensive tackles in the draft. Um, I'm not sure if you guys want to go offensive line for your team, trying to protect Justin Herbert a little bit, or even try and get a good offensive weapon for him, try and help him out a little bit. Maybe even draft a running back. That would be Najee Harris would be a good pickup for you guys. Um, Not trying to like skip over anything, but so the Tennessee Titans for pick 22 picked Quiddy Pay. They're saying that he's basically the best defensive lineman uh, as far as edge rush is concerned. So you have to wonder if the Vikings don't really try and go after him as the official pick. But honestly, our defense or our offensive line is so pathetic right now that we really need to get some offensive talent on that line. So that's why I picked Christian Darrisaw. The 23rd pick via Seattle, the New York Jets picked Trevin Morig. He probably steps in to shore up the safety position that was left by Jamal Adams. So we'll have to see if that happens. The Pittsburgh Steelers go defense. J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. A lot of people have him as the second rated cornerback out of all of college football. Obviously, I didn't get to watch much of him because he was down in the SEC. But they have, let's see, the cat out of Caleb Farley as number one. They have J.C. Horn number two, and then three. They usually put Patrick Surtain as the third. So 25th, the Jacksonville Jaguars go with Kadarius Toney, good wide receiver out of Florida. He did a lot of good things for those guys down there. Makes sense to get Trevor Lawrence a weapon down there. The Cleveland Browns go with Elijah Vera Tucker, tackle out of USC, try to help protect Baker Mayfield, which would be a good pickup. Baltimore Ravens out of left field, kinda. Nick Bolton, they have him kind of as more of a early second round pick. I've been noticing, so we'll have to see if that happens. They're kind of known for off the wall guys that are linebackers, but that produce really well. So you never know. Nick Bolton could be a first round pick. The Saints go Jalen Phillips, edge out of Miami. He had a lot of production down there, and it'll be interesting to see if the Saints try and go after that Stanford quarterback maybe in round two or three. Pick 29, this would really piss off Aaron Rodgers. Gregory Rousseau, edge out of Miami. You have to wonder why they're not going after any wide receiver help or even tight end to help get Aaron Rodgers some weapons up there. The Buffalo Bills go Elijah Moore, wide receiver out of Mississippi. He's supposed to be like one of those uh, guys that is just right outside of the kind of top five wide receiver group, but he could really produce some numbers, especially coming out of Ole Miss. The Chiefs pick up Rondale Moore, which would be absolutely insane if that happens, because then Patrick Mahomes just has another weapon to play with. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go Terrence Marshall Jr., LSU. So that rounds out the top 32 picks. I was going to do a mock draft, but the video's kind of going long. So maybe I'll do a mock draft on Friday, and that'll be my final mock draft for the Minnesota Vikings. The week of the draft, I'll probably do a video on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So you guys can look forward to my reactions to what the Vikings end up doing. And this was kind of fun. You know, it was my first time having a suggestion for a video. So I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, and keep the suggestions coming. I will do reaction videos to whatever you guys want, and it's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do more videos in the future. And as this will be the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, go Big Red.